This tutorial demonstrates how to easily download your records from the iForgeAhead system onto your local device that you are using, such as your computer, your phone, or your tablet. We're going to begin by downloading the horse records. We'll go from the home screen to horses, and the export or download feature within iForgeAhead works with all grids within the system. And this, what you're seeing here as far as this information, is a grid which displays records in rows and columns. Whenever you have a grid like this, in the action panel on the left, you'll have a new export option towards the bottom of the action panel. If you click that button, you will now get new buttons at the top of your grid, which allow you to export the data within the grid to the format of your choosing. A PDF will export it as an image file, and an XLS will export it to a file that's compatible with spreadsheets for Microsoft Excel. And the CSV format is comma separated values, which will export it for a spreadsheet, but would be useful if you're using a spreadsheet program other than Microsoft Excel. So just for demonstration, I'm going to select the XLS. I'll click that button, and quickly at the bottom of the screen we've indicated that we have a new file downloaded that is now on our local device that we're using. If I click on that file, I'm now out of iForgeAhead, and it's opening on my computer my Microsoft Excel program, and it's showing me the data that came out of that table that we just downloaded. This data in this file is now stored on my local computer. I'm going to close Excel and come back to iForgeAhead and show you a couple of other things that you should know about this. So whenever you're exporting from a grid, the data that's going to be exported is whatever is contained within the grid. So it doesn't matter how many pages, even if you had 10 or 20 pages with 500 items, whatever is displaying here is going to be exported. For example, if you had filtered this list and just shown the horses that were at Breezy Acres, for example, and now you clicked export, you'd only get these 3 horses. I'm going to take that filter off. The other thing to remember is on horses and contacts, the default view of these grids is to only show you active records, so you're not seeing inactives. If you want to download everything, including inactive, you'll just want to click on this X to remove that filter, and now you'll have all records, whether they're active or inactive, and you can click export from there. That's basically it as far as the instructions on how to download. You can do that with any grid within the system, including invoices, payments, expenses, mileage, for example. I'm going to show you invoices right now, just as a refresh. So we're now in a grid with a list of invoices, and again, it's filtered based on the last 6 months, but you can change any of the filters to show as much as you want here. And when you're ready, you can click Export Invoices to get the export buttons to download those data. You can also work with it with contacts, horses, which we saw at the beginning, tasks, and your appointments. I'm going to go to schedule here because it works slightly differently, because when you click on schedule, you get the calendar view. And from here, we can't download the records from here, but all you need to do is just click appointment list, and now you have the grid, which will allow you to download. Remember that when you're in the appointments, it usually just starts by filtering a single week so that it doesn't take too much time to load. If you want to download more information, you can change this date range. So for example, I'll just go and show everything for the next 6 months by changing that end date. And now I have more appointments to download. And once I've got those displayed as I want them, I'll click the Export Appointments. And at the top of the grid, I'll have the new buttons that I can use to export. The last thing I'm going to show you is another table that you might want to download at times, which is your products and services list with your prices. That can be located from Settings, All Settings, and then Products and Services. Once you're here on this grid, again, you'll see the export option to the left. That concludes this tutorial. Thanks again for choosing iForgeAhead.